What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room. And this is where we at now. So you clearly see the title of the broadcast. And yes, this is a situation here. So the young man that we see on the screen here is talking out the side of his neck about our armed forces. The same people that go out, protect us every day, every year, things like that. The men and women that put their lives on the line to make sure that home is protected in the proper way that they can. And it's crazy to me that we have these traitors. And I'm going to keep saying this because more and more now I'm starting to see down timelines that I have, things like that, these traitors that are talking out the side of their necks about, living over here in America. And it baffles my mind that we have these individuals here that were born here, have lineage here, and these people have so much hatred for the place that they live and the people that they live with. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. Man. Whew. Okay, so let's go here now. Let's check this out. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
Say if you're in the U.S. military and you didn't defect or leave the army or disobey orders for an army that we know is bullshit and going to destroy millions of people's lives, I hope you get sent back in a body bag. I do hope you get sent back in a body bag. Yes, that goes for you watching this. Yeah, so I hope you become a magnet for bullets. I don't know. Yeah, just
hope you become a magnet for bullets. Jesus Christ, man. And who's birthing these people over here? I'm wondering what man decided to sleep with his mother and things like that. What woman decided to open her legs for that particular dude? What is going on out here? We're having our own people become traitors and stuff like that. And I'm assuming he may be speaking on the Venezuela situation. I'm assuming this was 4 days ago when this was made from the timestamp on the video here. So, I'm just wondering, man, how do you come to this conclusion for a country that, you're not in poverty over here? Regardless of what people like to say, I'm not saying, of course, we're not perfect over here. We do have struggles and strife and certain things we have to overcome as human beings. That's just a human thing. But to sit there and say that, to sit there and disrespect your homeland like this on a public platform where everybody can see you and things like that. And it's like, how you expect to get a job here, bro? How you expect to do anything? Not everybody really think how you think, bro. And you go out here and people check your timeline and stuff like that on your social media, and jobs are starting to do this shit, real talk. Whether you get a job, career, it don't fucking matter, bro. They starting to check these things. And they're going to see that you have a disdain for America and stuff like that. But what you want a job over here in America, though? Or you want to go shopping over here in America? You got to eat. You want to go to your local grocery store. You know what I'm saying? The same people that protect this country, make sure that we have the proper protection for this country. So food and goods and services and all this type of stuff can come and go. Jesus Christ, man. This is what I be talking about. These new age cats, man, they be needing foot to asses out here, bruh. Old school belts, the big thick leather kind that you could just wham, wham, wham. You know what I'm talking about? Man, stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop it. These young men out here need some ass whoopings like a motherfucker, bruh, talking out the side of their neck. So let's go to this gentleman here and see what he has to say about this situation. Let's go.
So I want to make a few points about this video, right? First, people who wish death on others, man, are evil and soulless. Let me just put that out there.
Right.
The second point I want to make is this. Do people not understand how the military work? Do y'all think we can just wake up one day and be like, oh man, I don't like that happen, I'm gonna quit my job? It don't work like that. And people who expect people to do certain things, or the people who say things like that, have no life, nothing to lose. Was say this, post it, and go on living a life of no purpose. People who want you to crash out behind every small thing is so ignorant to me. And another thing I just absolutely hate, man, I hate fake righteous folks. People who swear they do this and swear they do that, but all they do is get on the internet and talk. Will have you fighting fights they will never fight.
Right. Because do you look at that little fool? Do you think he will fight somebody? Do you think he's willing to get into a war? Of course he's not. You know what I'm saying? He already put it out there that he got a disdain against the armed forces and stuff like that. You know, I wonder how this is gonna happen if he ever have to call the police or the fire department. I bet you got an issue with them too. Oh, you know, these firemen, they just, you know, it's like, dude, you know what? It's a shame that a lot of these young men didn't grow up with men in their household, solid men. And and this is where we at here. We're dealing with a lot of these young men out here that are crooked in the mind. And they're thinking stupidly.
Will ask you to do things they would never do, or would never even be in a position to do.
Right.
You go through their whole page, all it is just talking. And then you ask them, well, what have you done to feel like you more righteous than me or righteous than this? Well, I ain't got to post everything I do on the internet. Just know I'm doing things. I ain't got to prove that. Yes, you do. Because you on here talking about this is what you would do, this is what we need to do and all that, but all of your videos are just talking. And I'm not talking about just him. I'm talking about everybody who get on here talking all that righteous stuff, feeling like they more righteous than other people because they are willing to just talk about it more. That's all it is. You go to their page, it ain't no protests, it ain't no marches, it ain't no polls, it ain't no type of programs. It's nothing but talking. And y'all expect people in the military to just, well, I'm gonna quit my job because I ain't like what they do. Man, y'all better grow up. And then y'all get on here talking about well, some things are bigger than a job. Yeah, my family.
Right.
Provide for them, giving them a life. Yeah. There are things in this organization that I don't agree with, but not to the point where I'm just gonna come home one day and tell my wife, hey, I quit. Hey, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't like that they did that. Man, y'all better.
Yeah. And these are just facts. That goes for anybody that has a job. That goes for anybody that's sane. A sane person, male or female, doesn't matter. A sane person is not going to quit their job or career because they don't like certain things that go on. You know, unless you're just some out the way, super crazy, you know, egregious shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, but no. Little minor things on these jobs and stuff like that. You can't quit your job for petty stuff. And it's already hard out here to, you know, deal with this new economy with jobs, stuff like that, AI kicking in, a lot of other things going on. But back to the topic at hand here, man. This young man is crazy. And I guarantee he's not the only young man that's talking out the side of his neck like this about his own military. Well, you know, he denouncing it by saying that he wished people would catch, you know, bullets would be magnets. But the thing of this is, I think these people need to be excommunicated from this country. These type of people with this thought process, we have a huge problem with these traitors over here. And I done said this plenty of times in other broadcasts and stuff like that. And I mean this shit wholeheartedly. We got a huge problem with these traitors. And we're not going to get this country to the place where we can have it decent for decent people unless we deal with the traitors. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.